Hi, Dave Jeck here, Superintendent of Fauquier County Public Schools with another video update. I wanted to mention a few things. One, the number of quarantined students and positive COVID cases amongst students and staff continues to rise. Uh, please wear your masks. If you're eligible to be vaccinated, please do so. We have a list of vaccination locations available for you, and we've also requested a couple of pop-up vaccination places throughout the county. Still waiting to hear about those, but once we have information about them, we'll let you know. Also, please review changes to the VDH quarantine requirements regarding length of quarantine. This is a change as of last week. It was these changes were included in last week's newsletter, and they're also, of course, available at the VDH website. But I want to read one of the most important changes, if not the most important change. It says if a student does not have symptoms, quarantine may end after 10 days or immediately upon receiving a negative result from a PCR test administered between day 5 and day 7 of exposure. The school will require documentation of the negative PCR test in order for the student to return prior to the 10 days. So that's a pretty significant change to the VDH guidelines. Also wanted to note the rapid test is available for free at Walgreens, and that's fine for determining whether or not you or your child is ill, but that won't help. The rapid test won't help in terms of lengthening the length of the quarantine, or shortening the length of the quarantine, sorry. But the PCR test will. If your child is quarantined and in need of a PCR test, but you need assistance paying for it, we can help. We've created a website for information specifically for quarantined students and their families. It's at www.fcps1.org/quarantine. And again, this is specifically for quarantined students, and it includes general information about quarantining, such as the length of quarantine, where to go for a PCR test, and how to receive assistance paying for it if necessary, and information about how students will be instructed throughout the quarantine period. Again, this is we had not anticipated this large number of quarantined students, but our school staff and Department of Instruction staff has done an excellent job of sort of revamping the instruction provided to quarantined students to make it a lot more meaningful. One last announcement from school nutrition. It says our school nutrition staff is making every effort to serve published menu items, but incomplete deliveries due to trucking shortages have caused menu items to be altered. FCPS cafeterias and the school nutrition office appreciate everyone's patience and want you to know their priority is to ensure they offer complete meals each day for students to enjoy. This last announcement is just sort of another indicator, another example of how we're all being impacted by manpower shortages, and I mentioned that in the last video update. But manpower shortages are impacting us all over the place. And I would like to tell you it's going to get better soon, but I have no way of guaranteeing that, because it's impacting everyone at this point. So that's the update this week. Everyone stay safe and hope you have a great rest of the week. Thank you.